Have you ever looked up at the night sky on a clear, dark night and felt incredibly small, a tiny speck in the grand scheme of the universe? It's a humbling feeling, isn't it? Or maybe, as a child, you asked a question that made adults pause. A question so simple, yet so profound, that it stopped them in their tracks. Like, if I can't see the wind, how do I know it's there? A question that delves into the nature of reality itself. That simple curiosity, that innate desire to understand the world around us, is where philosophy begins. Not just in old libraries filled with dusty tomes, but in those everyday moments of wonder and questioning. It's the urge to look at the world, to examine its complexities, and ask, why? Why is this the way it is? A feeling that connects us all, regardless of age, background, or belief. These questions aren't just for children. They don't disappear as we grow older. We carry them into adulthood, often buried beneath layers of responsibility, even if we keep them quiet, tucked away in the back of our minds. Think about a time you disagreed with a friend about what was fair or right, about how something should be done. That's philosophy in action, playing out in your everyday life. Or maybe you've wondered what makes you, what defines your individual identity. Are you simply your physical body, the collection of your memories, or the sum total of your thoughts and experiences? Imagine two friends sharing a pizza, a classic scenario for exploring fairness. One wants to split it equally, each getting the same number of slices, regardless of their hunger levels. The other says they're more hungry, their stomach is rumbling louder, and therefore they should get more. Is fairness simply about equality, giving everyone the same? Or is it about need, giving more to those who require it? Philosophy takes these ordinary everyday moments and turns them into deep discussions about fundamental concepts like justice, identity, and the very meaning of life. It's not about having all the answers neatly packaged and readily available, but about cultivating the ability to ask better, more insightful questions that challenge our assumptions. Anyone can join in the philosophical journey, no special degree or prior knowledge required. All you need is that initial spark of wonder, that flicker of curiosity, that moment when you look at the world, at its beauty and its strangeness, and simply ask why. That's where philosophy truly begins, not in textbooks or lecture halls, but in the heart of human curiosity. So what exactly is philosophy? It's a question that has echoed through the ages, pondered by thinkers and dreamers alike. At its heart, the word itself means love of wisdom, a pursuit of understanding that goes beyond simple knowledge. It originates from the Greek words philo, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom. This etymological root gives us a clue to its essence. Philosophy is fundamentally about understanding the most fundamental truths that govern our existence. It's about exploring ourselves, the intricate workings of the world around us, and the complex web of our relationships with others. It's definitely not about rote memorization of facts or figures, but rather about cultivating the ability to think clearly, to analyze critically, and to reason effectively. It's about grappling with life's biggest, most perplexing questions, the ones that keep us up at night. Science, in its pursuit of knowledge, primarily asks how. Philosophy delves deeper, probing the why and what behind everything we perceive. Why is there something rather than nothing at all? It's a question that strikes at the very heart of existence. What truly constitutes justice? And how do we achieve it in a world filled with inequality? And ultimately, what does it mean to live a good life, a life filled with purpose and meaning? Philosophy fearlessly tackles questions that science can't always definitively answer, pushing the boundaries of human understanding. It involves probing the very foundations of our beliefs, questioning assumptions, and challenging the status quo. Imagine philosophy as a pair of special glasses. Put them on, and suddenly you see hidden layers of meaning and significance in everyday life, revealing a new perspective. Philosophy empowers us to notice our often unconscious assumptions and to clarify our messy, sometimes contradictory beliefs, bringing order to the chaos. The truth is, we all inherently have a philosophy, whether we consciously recognize it or not. The real practice of philosophy lies in taking the time to examine and consciously refine it, shaping it into something meaningful. Ultimately, philosophy is the brave and essential task of thinking critically and independently for yourself, forging your own path to understanding. Philosophers organize big questions into three main areas. Think of them as drawers in a chest. The first is epistemology. How do we know what we know? What is truth? Can we ever be certain? The second is metaphysics. What is real? Do we have free will? What is the nature of existence? The third is ethics. What is the right way to live? What makes actions good or bad? These areas overlap your beliefs about reality, affect your ethics, and your ideas about knowledge shape your confidence in both. When you debate whether it's okay to lie to protect someone's feelings, you're doing ethics. When you wonder if your chair is real or just atoms, that's metaphysics. When you ask how you know something is true, that's epistemology. Together, these branches form the core of philosophy's quest for wisdom. Philosophy at its heart is a conversation. It's a dialogue that spans centuries, a continuous exploration of ideas. It's a conversation carried on by real people, such as Socrates, who wandered Athens asking questions, engaging citizens in thought-provoking debates. He believed wisdom began with admitting what you don't know, a foundation for true understanding. Socrates championed intellectual humility. His student Plato, deeply influenced by Socrates, wrote about the world of perfect forms, the true reality, the ideal essence behind what we perceive with our senses. For Plato, every object in our world is just an imperfect copy, a mere shadow of an ideal form existing in a higher realm. Consider concepts like bedness or justice. Meanwhile, far to the east, in China, Confucius focused on how to live well in everyday life, emphasizing practical wisdom. He placed great importance on virtue, respect for elders, and proper relationships within society. He taught that a good society starts not with grand pronouncements, but with personal character and the cultivation of family harmony. Socrates teaches us to question everything, Plato to look beyond appearances and seek deeper truths, and Confucius to value our actions and relationships, understanding their impact on the world around us. Though they lived in vastly different worlds, all three sought wisdom and a deeper understanding of the human condition. Their ideas, though ancient, still shape how we think about life, meaning, and our place in the universe. Philosophy is incredibly diverse, encompassing countless perspectives, but it's united by a common thread, the love of wisdom. Their conversations continue today, echoing through the ages, inviting each and every one of us to join in and contribute our own voices. Philosophy isn't just abstract, it's a toolbox for your mind. Logic is the hammer, it helps you build strong arguments and spot weak ones. Thought experiments are like measuring tapes. They let you test ideas by imagining what-if scenarios. Conceptual analysis is the magnifying glass. It breaks down big ideas like freedom or happiness into clear parts. Deconstruction is the wrench. It takes apart assumptions to see how they're built. These tools help you think more clearly, question deeply, and avoid confusion. Using them doesn't just make you a better philosopher, it makes you a sharper thinker in everyday life. Philosophy's toolbox is for everyone. You use philosophy every day, even in the supermarket, choosing between regular and fair trade bananas. That's an ethical dilemma by balancing cost with fairness. Seeing a photoshopped celebrity on a magazine cover, it gets you thinking about beauty, reality, and the impact of unrealistic images. Watching the news. This is us using logic to analyze arguments and conceptual analysis to question what freedom or justice really mean. Philosophy helps you be a critical, active citizen, not just a passive consumer. When giving advice to a friend, you're making assumptions about the good life, debating a movie, whether you're exploring art and meaning or deciding to trust someone. All these things are epistemology in action. Philosophy isn't separate from life. It's woven into every choice and belief. It's the ongoing process of understanding ourselves and our world more deeply. The journey of philosophy continues with you. Its greatest lesson isn't a specific answer, but the courage to ask your own questions. The world is full of people telling you what to believe. Philosophy gives you the tools to decide for yourself. Start asking. Be curious. Question what you hear, see, and even what you believe most strongly. Take responsibility for your own mind. Don't just accept what you're told. Think of your mind as a garden. Philosophy is the work of pulling weeds and planting what you truly value. This self-examination is deeply rewarding. The world needs more people willing to think deeply and listen openly. By embracing your inner philosopher, you make your life and the world more thoughtful and compassionate. Don't fear the big questions. Embrace them. The love of wisdom is a journey, and your adventure in thinking starts now.